Hello folks, I'm the Red. This is Gnosia, and last we left off, we had gotten quite an interesting revelation from Rakio that we are the first person to have died to the Gnosia. Before anything starts, before any of the normal loops start, we always start on day 1. Day 0, the night of the very first, well, the warp jump of the very first incident after we left Leon, after we left the planet that we ostensibly came from, where the Gnosia had taken over, we died. And that's how they figured out that there are Gnosia aboard, because, you know, someone got taken by the Gnosia. And I mean, that leaves the question, well, then why are we still here? It also answers the question in why does the bug exist in this that doesn't otherwise fit? It's because we're literally the bug. There's a bug in that someone has died and yet no one is gone. And that's us. That's our fault, apparently. Well, fault may be a strong term there, but maybe less incorrect than it might otherwise be. In any case, we're not going to get any more answers sitting here. So let's jump right back in, start another loop. Loop 152. Okay, so who's the liar, huh? I'm gonna... Watch out, I'm gonna find you. Comet speaks up, Setsu. It's you. Immediately doubting a Comet. We are intuition build. Would Comet be your sacrificial lamb, even if Comet bears no burden of sin? I mean, that was exactly my thought. We can have Comet be the sacrifice, because we're filling Comet's role with our super intuition, and it means that we don't have to worry about, you know, Comet being the one that lies. Although Comet is so easy to catch into a lie that maybe we should, as a high intuition build, have Comet stay around. I don't know. Something about Yuriko is just kind of fishy. I mean, look at those eyes. Because Yuriko defended you. Yuriko was the first one to defend you. Kukushka's eyes are filled with suspicion towards Yuriko. You know what? We should all trust what Comet says. We should trust her judgment. Right? Yuriko is so suspicious. You satisfied now? Remnant speaking up to defend Yuriko. I don't want Yuriko to go away just now. Setsu speaking up a fair bit. Yuriko, does your stomach hurt? No, it looks like something's bothering you. Okay, Otome piling on here. I would say the same to you, Otome. It is you who should freeze. I know, right? Otome's acting weird, right? I agree. I too sort of spooked by Otome. You know what? We have a role. We're the doctor this time. I didn't even pay attention to that. Can the engineer step forward? 'Tis I, the engineer. Don't I look spiffy? I shall seek out those tainted by the dread and nausea. Krishka glares at Jonas sternly. She herself is the engineer. So Jonas and Kukushka isn't human. It's simple. I know this because I'm the only true engineer here. You know what's funny? I'll point out, Rakio, there's a logical fallacy in that we do have an AC follower, and that therefore they could, well, one of them could be human. Just like to point that out. Just to ruin your day, Rakio. That's too many engineers. You guys better straighten yourselves out. And do we want to prove that we're the you know what? I will let the last thing... So nausea infection happened at the last station, right? Then it couldn't be me. I never left the ship. Sorry if it sounds like I'm cheating or something. Comet's clearing herself, which makes me a little doubtful of Setsu. Wait, hold on. Setsu, you had... The last thing she said was about Otome, right? She was piling onto Otome? Or she was defending Yuriko. Okay. Yep, I was here with Comet the whole time, guarding the ship. Let's go ahead and start this vote. I'm gonna vote Setsu. It's Yuriko. Who did Yuriko retaliate against? It was Otome. And got called up by Comet. And Otome. Damned humans. Bye-bye, Yuriko. See you again. Setsu, I'm really starting to suspect you. To think you're a suspect. To... Okay, block argument is Charisma 40. So let's try to do that. I would like to... I've never really actually had an opportunity to use that skill without specifically grinding well past the point where we can end the game. Because, very minor spoiler, you really do decide when the game ends. You can keep going once you've unlocked the thing you need to do the ending. SQ's our friend. Let's go visit Xiaming. He's, keep your guard up, Red. You never know what's going to happen next. He's not a suspect of mine at all right this point, because he's been so quiet, and that really fits with who he is. Krushka disappeared. Krushka didn't say much. Yuriko was human. Which makes me doubt Setsu a lot less. Rakio clearing Setsu. Jonas is the liar. And Kukrushka died, so I'm going to doubt Jonas. And everyone's going to agree with me. We are just that charismatic. Otome is going to make the defense. Gina is going to also... I'm going to... Otome, you're really pushing for Jonas there. Do away with petty arguments and open thine earballs. Hark! Can you not hear the stars as they sing? Yeah. It looks like we found the Gnosia. We got some scattered other votes. Jonas, it'll be lonely without you. I'm gonna vote Rocky as our detractor. Wakio, why do you dislike us this time? I really feel the vastness of the universe now. To think that someone as unpleasant as you could exist here. And we're dead. Okay, so we got the AC follower. They had killed the real engineer. Okay. I wonder... I'm gonna check. Did... Rakio... Okay, hold on. First, Otome. Otome was actual crew. We hadn't gotten a single notion in that one. And did Rakio know that Jonas was a liar? Well, hold on. Jonas had cleared Stella, who was a real engineer, so Rakio... There was no way for Rakio to know whether or not it was Jonas or Kukushka. It really was... I'm assuming Rakio was just thinking we were... Maybe not saying freeze all, but going with the freeze all plan. Because they had killed an engineer already. Wow. We lost. It happens. Another round. Loop 153. Gnosia infection cannot be determined visually. The engineer should step forward. Gina. Or Chippy. Or Setsu. That was quick. Gina and Chippy are enemies. To me, the only engineer here at least. Okay, we're the Guardian Angel. Guard duty, it's Yuriko SQ. You know, there's an element I'm thinking about where, as an engineer, there's maybe a good reason to call the guard duty open, call the guard duty out, and make them step out into the open, in that it means that there are people that you can go ahead and go, checked off the list, don't have to check you. Lets me get to the bug more quickly. We're getting some data on Jonas. I'm gonna... first day... everyone say you're human for me. In particular, I want the engineers to do so. Although Rockio and Xia Ming didn't step up. I'm gonna vote Xia Ming. Gina voted out. Okay. Good night. I'll dream of you all. See you, Gina. I don't know why an engineer got voted first night. The little suspect. Oh, Rockio again, our detractor. Could it be? No, you don't actually think your time is as valuable as mine, do you? I'm going to protect Yuriko. Yuriko's an obvious target for the Gnosia first night as guard duty. That's the role. Chipping accusing Remnen. Wants to collaborate with Otome. I'm really happy you'd ask me, but I can't. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you because of me, Chippy. Also, Chippy, you're calling out someone first night. You might as well keep your head down. You're kind of making yourself stand out. Oh yeah, I'm actually the doctor. I checked out Gina in cold sleep and, well, Gnosia, what a surprise, huh? Hey, I'm the doctor, not Shigami. The doctor is me. And you're clearing Remnen. Or Remnen, and you're clearing Gina is what I meant to say. So that makes Chippy look a little more real. A little more like he just managed to get it in one. Yeah, Comet is like super sketch now. Why? Comet, just what were you doing last night? What, me? Like, seriously? So there's only one real engineer, so maybe we should put everyone who claimed to be an engineer in cold sleep? Hold on, they all go into cold sleep? That's pretty messed up, bud. I can't get behind that. I cannot support this. We need as much information as possible. I too disagree. I mean, all of them I can't. Nope, count me out. Let's stop this, okay? I just thought it might help. It's not that everyone has to vote for them. Please, just forget about it. I have no other information to go off of, so let's vote Remnen. Oh my god, Remnen's like so sketch, you guys. I cannot agree with this. Negatively affecting the vote can lead to further unwanted tampering. She chose me, I see. I'm going to... Ooh, Kukushka. Kukushka is... Ooh, Kukushka's not available to us tonight. Having her as a detractor is kind of bad. Look, we're on the same side, right? No, don't answer. I'm going to protect Chippy. I'm going to work in the world in which Chippy is real. Rocco's gone. His report's next. Shigamichi's clearing Remnen, which honestly makes me really think Shigamichi's real, because it would be his call what he does, and I don't think Shigemichi's smart enough to do anything other than accuse his opponent, the other doctor. What about the engineer reports? Tetsu's clearing us, and then Chippy's clearing Xiaoming. Otome's doubting Chippy. Wait, hold on. We have a definite enemy? How do we have a definite enemy? I mean, this is a standard 15-3 everything. So, engineer reports. We're not close enough that we're anywhere close. We're not close enough to the end where we can prove someone who hasn't claimed any Gnosia. Shigemichi. Okay, Shigemichi said that Gina is Gnosia. And that Remnant wasn't. So in Shigemichi's world, you know what? I'm gonna let it go. Maybe someone smarter than me, maybe Yuriko, someone can pull out the definite enemy. She definitely has the skill. Stella also can do it. I'm getting some accusations on Xiaoming. And really going after Xiaoming here. Wait, we had a don't be fooled there. Okay, so Chippy, let's assume you're the real engineer. Oh, Chippy, you claim that Remnant is Gnosia, and that therefore Shigemichi is the real doctor, and then Shigemichi said that Remnant is human, meaning that you have to be a liar. Because either Remnant is Gnosia, which means that Shigemichi either Remnant. It's Chippy. I'm not gonna break my brain trying to figure like how to phrase it, but he's arguing with someone that he is claiming is the real doctor. Go to sleep, alright? Yeah, I got it. Take care, you guys. Okay, let's protect Setsu. Well, Shigemichi here wants to talk first. The man, the lone wolf, Shigemichi. How about you and me combine forces so we survive? No dice? No, we can cooperate. I may not be of much help, but I'm gonna protect Setsu. SQ's gone. Okay, Shigemichi saying Chippy was human. Setsu is accusing Xiaoming I'm going to cover Kukrushka because she's our detractor. She's still our detractor. Jonas is doubting Otome. Stella wants to push it on the Xiaoming. Krushka is collaborating with Yuriko. We're getting some more doubt on Otome. And then we're gonna vote Xiaoming because Setsu said so. Jonas here is gonna accuse someone of lying. Otome of lying. Which has been fairly consistent. Yeah, Comet was also doubting Otome. I'm gonna defend Yuriko here. Okay. It's Otome. Setsu's clearing Kakrushka. Shigemichi is agreeing with Xiaoming. I think we have the real engineer and the real doctor left. So Shigemichi has claimed Gina. Chippy may have been the AC follower, but in that case, Remnan was the bug. Like, one of them's the bug, one of them's the AC follower, in the world in which we have the real doctor and the real engineer left. And Shigemichi's been around too long. If he was a fake, if he was lying, he would be have been caught by now. So it's Otome. Setsu, Jonas, and Yuriko just like, yes, it is Otome. Y'all look so weakened and weary. Have you not perchance taken enough yummies? Yeah, give me yummies. We have a little time before we war. This is not the time for such frivolous conversation. Stella, pretty sure we're done here. Like, I'm pretty sure we put Otome in, and that's gonna be it. We've got 2 Gnosia, right? We've got 2 Gnosia according to... Wait, hold on. Oh, it was Chippy that reported Remnan is Gnosia. I saw that and was like, wait, hold on. But no, according to Shigemichi, we've got Xiaoming, Gina, both Gnosia. Chippy and Remnan, one's AC follower, one's bug. I'm doubtful that Setsu would have hit Xiaoming so perfectly in agreement with Shigemichi, who strong suspect for real doctor. Lo, Red, the believers are heading off to the gallows as we speak. Lo, 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 lo. I don't know what that tune's supposed to be. All Gnosia put into gold sleep. Hey, Red. So, the discussions went pretty well, but as for my investigation, I haven't made much progress. As for someone possibly having disappeared before the first day, apparently nobody remembers anything, not even the infectees. I even tried asking Yuriko, but that was a waste of time. She just keeps sidestepping everything I ask her. I'll keep looking into this stuff in future loops, but I don't have very high expectations. I don't think these normal loops are the answer. We need some sort of a really special condition. Really special condition. So yeah, Remnan and Chippy, one was AC follower, one was bug, and then Shigemichi was real. We were in the world in which Setsu and Shigemichi were the real ones. Called that one. We got that one pretty good. And I did save at least one person, right? Did I make an initial call? Like, I know I didn't do on any subsequent nights, but I just want to see. Just want to see whether or not I made the correct call that first night. That whole list of... Oh, I didn't. That whole list of... Yeah, Comet and Jonas knew that Otome was a liar from the very first day. SQ, Stella, and Chippy, and Jonas all knew that... and Yuriko all knew that Gina was a liar. And no, we did not actually protect it. We did not successfully protect anyone. There's a problem with the silver key. Information cannot be detected. So, we are at a particular junction in the game where we are no longer able to search for events. Normally that event searches a driver in what exactly you do, and instead what we have to do, a world without Gnosia. This place. A universe beyond the reach of the Gnosia. The only universe in which not a single crew member is infected. Red, so you made it here too. This world of yesterday. That's right, this loop begins one day before our usual starting point. I don't know why though. Alright Red, let's see what happens. Day 0. Hey Red, you're awake. And Setsu too? Everyone's eating in the cafeteria. You two want to come? Oh, sure, thanks. Let's go check it out, Red. The table in the cafeteria is covered with all kinds of foods. Hey, Red and Setsu are here. Sit down and have a bite. Hey, Setsu, I want to say thanks, actually. Huh? Did I do something to be thanked for? What are you talking about? You saved us, bud. Yeah, Leon, was it? That place was full of Gnosia. If you hadn't let us out, we would have been annihilated. Yes, thank you, Setsu. Oh, yeah, I guess I did, huh? Even I'm grateful for that, you know? My appreciation just kind of morphed into desire is all. No, it's that you're just a twisted... You know what? You know what they say. Something about a drowning man grasping at straws, however. That's not the right phrase. I think you're thinking more of the suspension bridge effect, but whatever. Hey, Setsu, maybe you should have, not saved Xiaoming too? Seriously. Everyone is eating and talking pleasantly. Even Setsu flashes a smile here and there. Red, are your injuries healing alright? Injuries? Oh, Red, you did get banged up real bad, huh? Yeah, it was pretty terrible. I was sure Red was gonna end up looking like me. Anyway, glad to see you're okay, bud. Here's to you, my man. After staying around for a bit, you and Setsu leave the cafeteria. Red, I had no idea you'd been injured, but everyone else seems to know about it. It's not just that there are no Gnosia here, this loop seems completely different from the others. Also, it's strange. Till now, everyone has been suspecting and lying to each other. Strange seeing them all getting along together like this. If we keep on... Sorry, never mind. Let's go, Red. We should talk to the rest of the crew, too. How many times must I say this? Setting course for Galice is clearly the most efficient way to go. Why can't you understand this? Maracchio, that's enough, okay? But Jonas, as captain of this ship, say that... speak of the devil. Red. Setsu, we were just discussing plans for the future of this ship. As you have ties to the military, let me ask... We, having escaped from the Gnosia-ridden Liwan galaxy, are refugees. And it would appear that there are no other survivors. Jonas, it's called a planet, not a galaxy. Therefore, it is our duty to report the status of Liwan to the proper authorities. I submit that we should head to Udon Base, which is not far from here, but... That's foolish. Who knows how long we'll be held up with reports and examinations if we go straight to the military. I cannot abide this. As you can see, this is where we now stand. Setsu, your thoughts on the matter? I see. Yeah, I think Setsu should decide for us. We don't have to fight like this. Kukushka nods in agreement. I'll submit a report on the situation in Liwan, so we don't need to go all the way to the base. Is this acceptable? According to interstellar travel rules, when Gnosia infection is discovered, it must be reported immediately to... It's fine. As long as we know nobody on board is affected, we can ignore the rules. What a surprise, since you've got quite the head on your shoulders. Understood. In that case, we'll head for Glees, as Rakio wants. Great. Thank you, everyone. Also, Rakio... No need to thank me. I just want to get back to Glees quickly. No, I know. It's just that if I go to the base, then I'd have to see... Anyway. Thank you for thinking of me, Rakio. Many of you seem to understand this, but Rakio is actually a very good person. I'm sure everyone here would agree. Remnan, you're creeping me out. No, I don't think anyone would agree. Like, Rakio is, you know, a fan favorite of people playing the game. But on the ship, I think Rakio is kind of well hated. Jonas, if we're going towards Glees, I'd appreciate if you could drop me off at planet Nada along the way. My home is on Nada, so... But of course, that would be no problem. 'Tis but a gentleman's duty to escort a lady, after all, especially a little child. Otome is, after all, only like 7 years old. Yay, thank you. I wonder how Dr. Yoshikado is doing. Kukusha smiles at Otome as if to say, good for you. Oh yeah, Kukushka, what will you do from here on? Kukushka waves her hand slowly. Otome, what did Kukushka say? She says she hopes to get some sleep, wake up, and just have fun till she dies. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, Kukushka, would you like to come to Nada with me? I'm sure you'll be able to make lots of friends there. What do you think? Kukushka simply smiles quietly. From here on, huh? We've got a future ahead of us, don't we? I'd sort of forgotten. It's something that was always out of my reach. So, Red, if we're able to stop the loop, I want to stop the loop here, in this world. In this world without nausea. In this world, we have a future ahead of us. But Red, you have no future. Yuriko. Do you know why, Red? Because you are something that should not exist in this universe. What's wrong with you, Yuriko? Why would you say... No, Setsu, Yuriko is correct. Huh? Stella, you too? When we escaped Liyuan, Red was badly injured in an accident. Since then, we've been providing treatment in the medical pod. But treatment is finished, and now here we are. That's all right. That's all, right? No. Since the incident, they have been continuously providing treatment. That treatment has not stopped, Setsu. Sorry to tell you. There's... Setsu, of course you don't understand with just an explanation. See with your own eyes. Fine, let's go check the medical pod, Red. Here it is. There is someone in this pod. Status reads, in treatment. It looks like it's almost complete. Let's wait here. To be honest, I'm scared, but do you remember? Don't doubt, don't be afraid, and know, knowledge will save all. You told me that, Red, long ago, and I agree, we must know. Actually, it's Setsu that told us that. And Setsu told us that when they first gave us the key. Very first loop. Huh? You don't remember? Ah, I see. I get it. No, it's nothing. Never mind. Look, more importantly, it looks like treatment is complete. The pod, it's opening up. Red. Red, if you were whatever you may be, I will... Inside the pod was another you. And then, the instant the eyes of this other you open, due to a fatal error, this universe has been annihilated. I can't see anything. Just what is... This world is terribly unstable. Apparently we ended up here due to the disappearance of the universe. I don't think it will hold out very long. This could actually be a good opportunity. Let's talk and gather our thoughts. In that last loop, the world without Gnosia, there was one more you. So what exactly does this mean you are? Are you the real Red, a clone, or possibly a fake, posing as Red? Well, clone wouldn't really make sense because I mean it would just be another us. As far as we can tell, we're not fake, right? Like, how would we know whether or not we're fake? And even if we were, would we be able to articulate that? Would we have any way to confirm that? So, for lack of, oftentimes when we're going through things, you'll assume someone is real. You'll assume someone, when you're going through these loops, you'll assume that someone is, really the real role they're claiming because you have no real proof otherwise. It's kind of the default assumption is that, people are honest, right? So, I mean, that's what the assumption we were making with in the last loop where we were, finding out Chippy and whatnot. We were assuming Shigemichi and Setsu were real. We had no, specifically Setsu, at the end of the last loop, we kind of had no proof that Setsu was real. We had some strong evidence for Shigemichi, but we had almost nothing proving Setsu, indicating Setsu's real. It was just sort of, the only thing was that Setsu called the same thing as Shigemichi, which, isn't strong evidence in any case. Because you gotta kind of have to assume people are real. You have to assume honesty. Why don't you do that with us? We're the real thing, right? Yeah, you and one more you. Both are the real Red. That's what I think. Overlapping existence caused inconsistency, which in turn is causing pair-annihilation. This is likely what caused the universe to disappear. In that case, then, the universe of the loops you've experienced up to now, was there another Red there as well? What do you think? We learned from Rockio, according to Rockio, the answer to that is a complicated yes. In that there was another us that just happened to have already been annihilated. So, yes, technically. So that means, just as Rockio said, there was one more Red on board this ship. And so, what happened to the other Red? Rockio spoke about this as well. Do you remember? They disappeared. We know that. That's right. They disappeared before we awakened after looping back. In that case, who erased the other Red? Gnosia. Exactly. The Gnosia on board this ship erased the other red. And this is a wonderful little diagram of what exactly happened. If the Gnosia in the top there, that's the universe we were just in, the universe without Gnosia. In that universe, where both us and the other red, let's call him blue, if both us and blue exist, we have pair annihilation. We have, it's a fairly standard trope in time travel where, there can never be two of the same person. If you have two of the same person, one of them or both of them stop existing. In this case, it's not just both of them stop existing, it's the whole universe stops existing. But in the universe in which Day Zero happens, when I say we, I mean blue, gets erased by the Gnosia on the night of Day Zero. We come in, we, in this case being red, the us that has been looping, take the place of blue and continue on along there. Because of this, you and the other red, the problem of this overlapping existent had it previously occurred. But without anyone infected by Gnosia, the universe disappears. That's why, up to now, we were only able to loop into a universe with Gnosia present. That was the only universe in which we'd be allowed to exist. Well, that's the only universe in which we'd be allowed to exist. Singular we. So as far as we can tell, you continue to exist in any universe. Listen, Red. I thought of something when we were in the universe with no Gnosia around. If possible, in that universe, where nobody would have to be sacrificed, where we all had hope, I wanted to end the loop there. So... Red. The key. We need the key to solve this. The silver key needs to be filled. Gather as much information as you can. Information we don't yet know about everyone on board. Everything. If you can do that, then I'm sure, Red, this universe collapsed. So there. It's quite late into the game to be receiving our ultimate goal, our fundamental goal, but this is apparently where it's going to happen. We've not otherwise had this problem elucidated. We've not otherwise had the details very specifically given. But that's our goal. Fill the key. And then Rockio described to us that the key, once we filled it, we can use it to go to another universe, to stop looping. We separate it from ourselves. And it goes off into a whole other universe. And then we'll be free. Details are still a little fuzzy. We may need to work on this plan here. But we do at least have a plan. In any case, if you've enjoyed this Let's Play so far, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment. Subscribe if you want to see more. If you want to see us get to the ending, we are very close to the ending here. It's funny because that event is all the events are at least somewhat random, except for like the first couple of loops. Literally, except for the first loop, all events are at least a little bit random. But particularly when you get them is randomized too. So it's interesting that we got this one so late, that it took so long for us to get here. But we've gotten here. We now have our goal. We're now ready to continue on, to push forward, to figure out what exactly is happening, to fill that key and get to the very end. Next time. See you then.